Hello everyone, it is I, the Melanated Oracle, and we are back here again with another video. This video will be all about an ancestor message, specifically for the Lionsgate's portal, which reaches its peak on August 8th, 2020. I will be doing a follow-up video, more so focusing on astrology, but since the Lionsgate portal is a time of ascension, and the spiritual and physical really aligns, and the relationship between the two, or I guess the bridge between the two, becomes more sensitive, I just wanted to go ahead and do an ancestor message. If you do enjoy this video, please make sure you like it. If it resonates, please comment, and if you want to see more content from me, then please subscribe. But without further ado, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and like usual, I'll give you some time to meditate. So for all my lovelies that chose pile number 1, this is the reading for you, and I'm going to start with all of your tarot cards first. So the cards I pulled for you were Son of Knives in reverse, 8 of Coins upright, Aunt Caroline, Temptation in reverse, and Strength. So right off the bat, I feel like you should not rush any decisions during this Lionsgate portal, especially on August 8th. There may be some opportunities coming to you, especially since you have Aunt Caroline. She was a slave originally, she became free, and she was an amazing card reader, and she made a fortune. But she did all of this by following her intuition and her inner calling. And I feel like right now you guys may be very, very charged and maybe operating from the ego and focusing more so on the material world during this time, especially since you got temptation, but you got temptation in reverse. And to me, that just kind of takes an entire different meaning, because this to me feels like you're really falling down the rabbit hole of all your obsessions and, you know, the things you know aren't good for you. And if you keep going down on that path, you're not going to be following your gut and intuition, because your highest self only desires for you to have the best things. And with both of these cards combined along with the Son of Knives is, you know, usually just protection energy, but with it in reverse, this is you being more so aggressive, just hurt Mars energy. So the energy of Mars is really just aggression. It's usually being straightforward, really going after what they desire. But again, with you, with the temptation card in reverse, you're going after things that you know aren't good for you, and you really need to be going in the opposite direction, like Aunt Caroline, you know, trusting your intuition, your higher self. This would be an amazing time to connect with your ancestors, especially since you have the Strength card. You know, do know that you can overcome everything. You can overcome your ego, you can overcome your obsessions, you can overcome the physical desires. I heard is what's really getting you, specifically sex. And I just heard it may be the partners that you are with are actually draining your energy, and you know that these partners are not the best for you. But since you're paying attention more so to your physical body instead of your spiritual body, then you're operating at a place that is out of alignment with who you truly are. So you're really going to have to go off of the Strength card, you know, the inner strength within you, and find some balance between both your physical body and your spiritual body in order to go into alignment with what it is that you truly are meant to be, and who you actually are, and what you're actually here to achieve. Especially with the 8 of Coins, you need to really be taking some time to, you know, relax. As you can see, this figure is actually planning right now. He's not really going, you know, after a fight like the Son of Knives in reverse, dwelling into his temptations like the Temptation card. He's relaxed, calm, and planning the next move in order to make sure it is the best move. Calmness, strength, and calmness is what you're going to want to be embodying during this Lionsgate portal, was just actually right now, but especially the peak on August 8th. So I'm going to continue with your oracle cards. So you got ancestor speaking. I have a birthday or the day ascended coming up. Pour libations for me. African child. Responsibility for your personal spiritual development and sacrifices. And dance ritual. We go into trance, feel spirit, express ourselves through motion, fast movement, and meditation. So clearly you need to be that's the thing, you have this, I have a birthday coming up, pour libations for me, or the day ascended. I feel like recently you all may have been, lacking a relationship with your ancestors because you've been so tied to the physical world, and they're now telling you like, hey, this is the perfect time to really take responsibility for not only you yourself but your spiritual development, and you're going to sacrifice all of these things that no longer serve you. You can't continue to expect all these amazing things happen to you if you're not willing to make sacrifices of what no longer serves you and really grow into the person of who you are and who you are meant to be. You need to connect with them in the best way, even though it says trance and dance ritual for you all, since you really need to focus on bringing more of your spiritual side into alignment with your physical world. Meditation will be the best. Sitting in silence, no movement, because you really need, that's what it is, you really need to learn how to just simply be with you. You need to learn how to operate on your own without any physical distractions, because that's your biggest downfall right now, is the physical distractions. It's preventing you from becoming, following your fate and your intuition. It's preventing you from calmly planning your life. It's making you act out of ego, essentially, of constantly going after things that you know are no good for you. But you need to find the strength to sacrifice the things that no longer serve you, and you can do that by simply, calling on your ancestors in times of meditation and showing gratitude for them. Because I can see a big downfall with you, with your ancestor relationship, may be that you only call on them when you need something, and that's just simply not how it works. You need to make sure you're keeping them in your thoughts and prayers at all times, and really, showing them that you love them on their birthday or day of ascended. So make sure you keep all of that in mind. Pile number 1, that's your message, especially for August 8th, Lionsgate portal. Make sure that you're not dwelling on the physical, but instead you're dwelling on alignment with both. So I know this was pretty quick, but it was right straight to the point. I really do hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, again, make sure you like it, comment if it resonated, and please subscribe if you would like to see more content from me. Thank you so much. So for all of my lovelies that chose pile number 2, this is the reading for you. I'm going to start with all of your tarot cards first. First one I pulled for you, 8 of Sticks, the grandchildren, 4 of Baskets. Moving on, you also got 9 of Gourds, 10 of Staffs, Young Blade, and the 6 of Coins. So right now I can already tell that the Lionsgate portal is going to be a blessing for you. If any of you have been trying to get prosperity into your life, August 8th 2020 Lionsgate portal peak will be the perfect time to do any rituals or root work or any type of work in general to bring prosperity into your life. So first off, you have the grandchildren, and the grandchildren, especially with the Hoodoo Tarot, it's all about hope. The backstory of the grandchildren is that, especially if you're a black individual, we had generations of slavery, oppression, and all these awful things happening to us, but we always place faith in the next generation to come. So really this is all about hope, and there's a reason why yours is all about hope, because you actually have a lot of power. Pile number 2, you have the 4 of Baskets. She already knows that she doesn't need anything from everybody, and anything that she needs is already within herself. I'm gonna, hopefully you can see this, but you know, somebody's trying to offer her some more things that she wasn't even asking for, and she's just rolling her eyes and she's like, I don't need this. I have everything I need already. I don't need anything. You know, but she's saying, you know, I don't need any other outside thing. You know, everything that I need is already within. I don't need anybody to sell me something in order for my dreams to come true. I know I have the power within me to make it come true. Especially, you got the 8 of Sticks. 8 of Sticks is really all about progress and moving forward. So some of you may have been feeling stagnant during Cancer season, especially since everything was just so heavy and so emotional. But this is really the breakthrough. Leo season, specifically with the Lionsgate portal, is really just, you know, everything's about to start moving forward. There's about to be progression everywhere. You got the 6 of Coins. Again, hope, prosperity, continuation, progress, everything's within you. If you have been trying to manifest some abundance into your life, this is a good sign for you, and this is confirmation from your ancestors that that abundance is on the way, and it's going to be so much abundance that you're going to be generous in spirit, and you're going to be willing to, you know, share your abundance with others. Your abundance is going to bless the collective. You have Young Blade. So again, you may have been feeling stagnant during Cancer season in, you know, the past couple of months, but especially with the 8 of Sticks and Young Blade, this is really showing that everything is going to be really moving forward. It's going to, you know, things are finally going to take off. It's what I'm hearing and the message I'm getting. You're not going to have to worry about anything. You know, this is really your time to shine. And I just heard, if any of you have any ideas, whether that be any type of business, this will be the time to go ahead and do it, because you're finally stepping into your power and understanding that you can bring anything you want into this world. You got 10 of Staffs. So really, the only thing you need to be careful with is that people are going to be seeing how amazing your life is being, how things are changing for you, how things are growing for you. And a lot of people actually know that you do work, you know, you do spiritual work, and they're going to see your spiritual work working out for you. There's going to be a lot of people relying on you so they can get the life that they deserve. But this is the only downside about this. It may be so many people that it becomes burdensome. So again, this really aligns with if someone is starting to start a business, because that's what I keep hearing. So if that's you, that is great. But that is not you, then, you know, it's going to be a little burdensome. Even if you are, you know, you may get so overwhelmed with your business, if you don't already have one, that it's going to be kind of overwhelming for you. Especially, you got the 9 of Swords. There are people that are really going to be latching on to you during this time because they're seeing how amazing your life is turning out. But this will be the time to really set some boundaries. I really just feel like this pile, there's a lot of people that A, either already have a business, or B, wants a business. So this is going to be great marketing for you, because they're going to see your life and know that all the work you do works. The only issue is there are going to be some people who gets a little too attached, and to the point that it becomes a bit burdensome. You're going to be getting so many requests that it becomes a bit burdensome. So really, you want to make sure that you're setting your boundaries, especially since you're going to be generous. Some of you may be giving some discounts during this time. But again, make sure that you are really just setting those boundaries. And actually, I just realized that stagnation may also have been for your business. So again, blessings are coming. You're just be prepared for them is the message I'm going to say. But we're going to continue with your oracle cards. We got Spirit who recently passed speaking. Thank you for keeping me in your thoughts and memories. I love you. So you guys, the blessings that are coming is going to be tied with your relationship with your ancestors. So either you have been putting in work and they're grateful and they're finally going to give it to you, or you've been holding out and they're like, we're not going to help you until you've been holding out. Take that as it resonates. The bloodline ancestors, we're proud of you. Summoned by your call, give specific offerings, calling your bloodline ancestors to bring all of this beautiful abundance into your life, bringing all this money, all these opportunities, all of this power in your inner self, all of this strength. Oof. And you got royalty, authority, business rule, respected, inherited bloodline leadership. Again, people are going to see how amazing it is because you're going to be calling on your ancestors, and all of these beautiful things are going to be coming to you. They're going to view you as a leader, as royalty, because they're like, damn, man, I need to get on their level. But again, just make sure that it doesn't overwhelm you and you don't burn out. That is the key word for you. All of these beautiful things are going to be happening to you. Don't stretch yourself too thin to the point where you burn out. So with that, pile number 2, I hope that this resonated with you. If it did, please leave a comment below. If you enjoyed, please like. If you would like to see more content from me coming soon, please make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. So if you chose pile number 3, this is the reading for you. I'm going to start with all of your tarot cards first. First thing I pulled for you was the 7 of Sticks, 2 of Sticks, Son of Sticks, Nine of Blades, the Tower, Mama Staff. So right off the back, I can see that you are kind of riding the struggle bus just a tad bit. I can already tell that you are more of a unique individual that has never really fit in their life, and that's caused you a lot of turmoil because all you've ever really wanted to do was fit in. But because you are so different, especially with the Son of Sticks has 6 fingers, and that usually represents you know, someone that is magically gifted. So that's most likely you. You're a magically gifted person, but that was never really accepted growing up, is what I just heard from your ancestors. And you know, that really caused you to kind of walk your own path, and kind of you isolate yourself just a little bit, and now you just have this protective energy around you where you don't want anyone to hurt you ever again, because you felt like you were a unique individual. The people who did come around you when you were a child and did show you, you know, a little bit of affection or friendship, you just went with it, but those people ended up taking advantage of you, and now you have this 7 of Sticks energy where you're like, nobody will ever take advantage of me again. I just simply won't let them. They're not going to come and hurt me ever again. When I was shuffling this pile in particular, I just felt a lot of pain. You know, I felt like you didn't have a Tower moment. Your whole life has been a Tower moment, of just you learning how to go with the things that are constantly thrown at you. You know, you never really feel like things are ever stable long enough. I feel like you kind of have this feeling of things are stable for a while, but then you have another Tower moment that just comes and switches things up. And usually the 9 of Blades is a good thing, but you know, when I was shuffling this pile and I was feeling this energy, the 9 of Blades just felt like pain. So the August Lionsgate portal really for you is going to be all about healing, because you've just been feeling so isolated, especially with this Tower. You know, you've been letting people lean on you, but you haven't really been leaning on anyone else, and that really doesn't help with the feelings of isolation. It doesn't help heal the pain and the wounds that you've experienced throughout your life. And there is good news with this. I do see that you are strong enough and powerful enough to get past this, and you know, there's a reason. Again, you have the Son of Sticks, so you're a magical individual. It's just you're still going through, unfortunately, you're still going through the phase of going through hurtful things and experiences and even trauma, because when you think about it, a lot of healers come from a traumatic past, because how on earth can you heal others if you have never gone through anything yourself? And unfortunately for you, this is still happening. You're still going through these Tower moments on a consistent basis that causes you a lot of pain, makes you feel like you're limping through life, is what I just heard, is what I'm seeing. And you just feel oh so tired and oh so drained, and you just want it to be over. but you have to keep going. You're almost there is the good news. You have mama staff, so you are strong enough. You're going to have to let down your barrier, is what I just heard, especially with the 7 of Sticks energy. You're going to have to learn how to be vulnerable again in order to get past this, because I'm seeing is on the day of the Lion's portal peak, they actually may be testing you and testing if you finally learn the spirit of discernment of what I just heard, and if you know finally who is there for you, you know, who you can lean on, who you can rely on, and who you should have this protective barrier around. That's the biggest thing for all of you. The Lionsgate portal is bringing you a test from your ancestors, and they're seeing, okay, have they finally learned everything so they don't have to keep going through these tower moments, or are we going to have to keep going through this routine over and over again? So I'm going to actually, I drew a shamanic healing card for you as well, so it's going to be the Spirits of the North Ancestor Oracle cards on top of the shamanic healing. So for you, oral history, as above, so below, the past repeating itself, deeper understanding, lessons, receiving messages that are absolute. That when I pulled this and I saw all of these things that were going on, a lot of what you're experiencing is because of generational curses and ancestral trauma, since it was never healed in your family and it was never addressed. Unfortunately, it has now been passed down to you, so a lot of this is really tied to the generational curse, especially since your ancestral gifts is very strong, so you may want to go check out my video on that. But a lot of this, again, is the past just repeating itself, and you're finally going to be the one that is going to break that cycle. But you also have Coal Mine Brothers. So, you know, justice, wrongfully accused, trapped, protect yourself. So again, learning the spirit of discernment, learning who is there for you and who is against you, and when you need to be protected. Again, since you were such a unique individual and no one really understood you, you were awfully accused of things, you know, you weren't treated fairly, you just had a rough life is what I heard. But you're really going to have to find your path. You got the path. You know, freedom, journey, following your intuition. Again, this is all tying in with the spirit of discernment. Your ancestors really want to know, have you learned or not, or do we have to keep going through the same thing? Because they're saying, like, you are the one that's going to be able to break the cycle. You are the one who has enough magical power, ashe, and wisdom and knowledge, because that's the thing with our generation. We are able to learn way more than anybody before us. So they are saying you have to break this. And unfortunately, we gotta keep testing you. The universe has to keep testing you until you learn, because this just can't be passed down anymore with this wrongful convictions and just all this pain and trauma. They said no more, and you are going to be the one to break this. And the last oracle card I pulled for you was Ancient Wisdom. So you need to be calling on your ancestors during the peak of the Lionsgate portal. Call on them, ask them, how do I break these generational curses? How do I release this ancestral trauma? How do I finally get past all of this and live the life I am meant to live? So with that, pile number 3, I really do hope that this resonated with you. If it did, please leave a comment down below. And if you wish to see more content from me, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.